Welcome to the ArcheAge action report for the week actually ended yesterday on the 3rd of August, but I continued it one more day so we could get all the finale stuff of the beta in, and we have tons of news of things that went on last week. There's I don't know, so much stuff going on in alpha, people hitting various levels in gathering and crafting and grabbing farms. I know that Merc and Fracker and myself and Nico and one more, Ups grabbed farms or grabbed land while people were in the beta and the farms were expiring. Good job to all of you. We have expanded the critical moment land grab nation there, so we're doing well and getting as much of the land as we possibly can, and nice work on that. I'm looking forward to seeing the kinds of things that we can accomplish in the alpha, which I think we're pretty much in fun mode now, which is level, test stuff out, have a great time, enjoy each other's company, gank reds, fight purples, and fight pirates, and explore the world, and all the good fun stuff that we can do there. Now, let's talk about what we did last week. Last week was a very good week. We started off Monday, Tuesday with lots of alpha action. I know Pyre and Pyre and Merc and Nico and Fracker and Laugh were on the docks camping red and just beating them up. It was like they just couldn't stop. I felt like that we were basically standing at the end of an ant line. When you see the ants coming across the counter or coming across the steps or wherever the hell they're going, and you just sit there in the front, and an ant comes across and you squish it, and an ant comes across and you squish it, and they just keep coming. They just keep coming down the thing. That's what the Reds were doing last week. They just kept bringing trade packs in, trying to get those charcoal stabilizers, and we were like, no, thank you very much. We appreciate you helping us out in our supply and demand problem by supplying us the trade packs we need so we don't have to craft them and try to go across. You brought them to us. We got to turn them in, and we collected lots of charcoal stabilizers. Thank you for everyone for sending those to me. We're now pumping oils out. We're getting oils to the different crafters who need those. So very good job to all of you, and I know you had fun just crushing the Reds, because that's just fun to do. Beat up on the other side. And avoid the guards at the same time. I know Pyre's down there practicing PvP, basically PvPing everyone in the guild to kind of work on his own spec. Everyone else is working on their spec. There's lots of tweaking and things going on, which is great. It's lots of fun down on the docks in Osteria. So if you're looking forward for something fun to do this week, I'm sure they'll be back. Now, we finished off Monday night, we finished off Tuesday night doing those kinds of things, people tweaking specs and blah, blah, blah. We knew coming into Wednesday that we were going to be busy. It was going to be back to work. And although we don't want it to be a job, we know that the first week after launch is going to be difficult as we set up the land grab and get the professions going, get those things going that we're going to need to be a successful guild so that we can support each other and everything we did. And I have to say that it was a fantastic job by everyone, with Laugh doing the cooking and Nico doing alchemy and Merc planting and Merc and Fracker and basically planting in every possible spot. I'm serious. I think Merc, he either planted something or left something in the cooking pot. I think Laugh has a screenshot. But there was so much going on. There were always things going on, except for the one day where we were all broke in the initial till the trade packs came in. They did change the trade packs this time, so we weren't getting our gold immediately. We were getting it 24 hours or 22 hours later. But it was a good job by everyone. Welcome to all of our new members who also joined us in this beta for the first time in the beta, and I know a number of you have actually gone out now and purchased the Archeum pack. We look forward to seeing you in alpha. So we jumped into the beta, and we said our goal for this time, closed beta event number 2, we were going to go ahead and push as many of the crafting professions as we possibly could up to 10K, and we were successful on a number of fronts, and we also learned a couple of lessons, and I would say, in general, it was a success. I don't think there was any player assigned a crafting profession that didn't make a very strong effort or achieve the goals that we needed to do. And I wouldn't say that any of them were a failure. We learned a lot of valuable lessons. Weaponsmithing, which was one of the ones I had, very difficult to do with the current Archeum crisis going on in the ArcheAge world. And I say, yes, it is an Archeum crisis. And what it does is it holds us back. And as we know, we get a lot of quest items, and we're getting dungeon drops to support the healers. So the demand for weapons is not necessarily there, but I think that'll kind of pick up later at 50. What that's going to mean is that when we go into live, there's going to be that big of a demand for weapons. We will collect the dust. We will hold the dust, put it away for when we actually can start progressing up that weaponsmithing. We've got a couple ideas on how we're going to do that, and that'll change. Armor smithing, sort of the same as you quest up if you're doing the quest and you're not farming. So I know take Laugh and Lamousse out, but you take the other characters who are all doing quests, and you actually get decent armor upgrades all the way up. So throw in the Hosla weapon at the end at 50, and there is a good way to gear up to 50, and it's about 50 where we're going to have to really start focusing on armor and weapons, and that's good. Now, the difference one is handicraft. Good job to Jameer, who jumped into the handicraft and was putting out some good quality stuff. We got we had rings. We have more rings in beta than we've had in alpha because we haven't had anyone really seriously take on handicraft, so great job to Jameer. So we had rings, and I know there were a couple of necklaces and those kinds of things. That one will have to get pushed. I know that Nico got up and she was over 10k on alchemy, which means she started putting out oil, which allowed Pyroborn to put out fins and those kinds of other things, and also get his leveled up. I know that Fracker also, because I kind of shifted his focus there, it was also metalwork. We had 2 metalworkers over 10k, or Pyro was close if he wasn't over 10k. Fracker, I think, was up to like 13, 14k. And then so we had the other ones going on. We didn't have anyone doing tailoring this time. But the cooking was good. The alchemy was good. Everything was pretty much good. I got husbandry was up over 10k at the end. We had lots of animals down. We had chicken coops that went down. Gathering for seed bundles is 300 points short. I'm sorry, I only hit 14.7. But it also allowed us to change our plans on what we're going to be doing at launch. We're going to be actually able to spread load even more the things that we're going to be doing. So we will have 1 gatherer, 1 farmer, 1 logger. And that's not the kind of logging that Merc was doing in the cooking pot. We're talking cutting trees down. And we're going to have some other stuff going on. We're going to be able to divide stuff out. So, looking forward to what we're going to be doing in Closed Beta Event 3. Closed Beta Event 2, great success. We learned a lot of things. The planning will come along. Make sure you jump in and leave your suggestions in the forums, the comments in the forums, the feedback, so we can get our plan more fine-tuned. What are we going to do for Closed Beta Event 3? The rough draft right now is basically let's have some fun. That's it. Let's get out. Let's do some leveling. Let's do some group events. Let's do some raiding where we all gather up and go kill reds or go kill people who are flagging purple, because we like to kill people who flag purple, who are not, who are attacking people needlessly. I'm telling you, Yenistir was covered in blood. There were lots of purples there to take care of. So that's what we're kind of looking at for Closed Beta Event 3. I think crafting's taken care of. We don't need to push it any further in the beta. It's going to be wiped. Let's go. We can continue doing that, but I want to convert all the farms. We're looking at going to cotton and lumber, and the miners going full force on iron. And what we're going to try to do, let's get as many clippers as we possibly can. So everyone do that. You're going to need Gilda stars. You got to get your own 50 Gilda stars to be able to do that. Other than that, let's just quest. Let's PvP. Let's PvE. Let's go out on the high seas. Let's explore. Let's do all the fun things that a lot of the alpha players are thinking. Let's show the beta players, who are only beta players, who are about the beta packs, the fun things that you can do besides getting stuck into the normal MMO stuff of questing and gathering and farming that some people like to do, but others don't. So we're going to kind of try to bring everybody in and do more group activities and fun, more instances and those kinds of things. Speaking of instances, I'd like to say good job to all of those who jumped in, and I know a lot of you, Pyre and Nico and Merc, and probably some people that I'm forgetting, we're in there running the new characters or the new members of the guild through Palace Cellars. Great job, and thank you for that. That's awesome. I like to see people helping everyone else out in the guild, not getting too far ahead or saying, oh, well, I'm level 40, I don't want to do Palace Cellars. Everyone was fantastic in doing that. A good job to those who then jumped in and learned and pushed through Haters Farm. We did that a couple times. At least I think I did at least 3 times. Good gear drops in there. We'll be looking forward to doing that next time we come back. And then also moving into Carol's Cradle and Howling Abyss, which are level 45s, and then Greater Howling Abyss, of course, at level 50. So we're going to be looking at group activities. So if you are in the beta, or if you're only in this beta event, or you're new to the guild and you don't know what to do, whatever, hop in TeamSpeak. It doesn't matter if the game's not going on. We will be in TeamSpeak. We always have a group of core people in TeamSpeak talking about ArcheAge, talking about what we're doing. Jump in there, talk to us, share some ideas, talk about anything you want to do. You want to talk about anime, Fracker and Tagari, we'll talk your ear off on that. I'll give you guys a channel so you can do that in there. Lots of fun stuff will be going on this week. We're looking at the alpha, and I think besides jock jumping, sorry, Pyre, dock jumping is what we'll probably be doing a lot of this week as well. Maybe we'll go out and actually search the high seas for those guys as we get a larger group now able to do PvP. I hope everyone has had a great week. Again, it was a great job in the beta. Good job to everybody. And I'd like to hope that everybody has a great week in gaming. I look forward to seeing everyone in ArcheAge and everyone in the other games. I'll talk to you in TeamSpeak, and I hope you have a great week. Bye.
This act's of freedom to share a virtual rendezvous. CMA, trying to fix that. Gonna be one hell of a loop.